Rosy friends, it's Julie, and today I'm going to be talking about a rosacea treatment that I actually tried out. It is a topical treatment that is meant specifically for rosacea, and it is called Prosacea. This is the box for it. And this is something that, I was diagnosed with rosacea 15 or 16 years ago now, and this is something that I have seen on the shelf at the drugstore probably for the last 10 years of that, and it's something that I've kind of stared at because you don't see a lot of products at the drugstore that are specific to rosacea. You see anti-redness and you see a lot of eczema stuff, but not a lot of stuff that actually says it is a rosacea treatment, and that's what right on the box right here it says rosacea treatment. And it says that it will help to treat redness, bumps, and dryness. It's medicated, it is a homeopathic medication, it is a topical gel. And it has this little picture of this lady who has a whole big flare-up, and then look, woo, she's much better now, yay! Anyway, it says enjoy healthier looking and feeling skin. And there's a whole pile of stuff to read on the back, and then when you open it up there is also an entire information sheet. Surprisingly, a lot of this is just about how to use it and what's in it. It really doesn't say much about what you should expect using it, so I didn't know. I found it really confusing because a lot of products, any of the prescription drugs and things like that that I've tried, they've had things where they say don't expect results for 8 weeks, or this could take a while, or something like that. This one didn't say anything. I didn't know whether I should be expecting results within minutes of putting it on, or if this was something that should build up over time. So what you get in the box, other than this information sheet, is this little tube. Looks like this. And it contains it's a gel. I don't remember if I said that already, but now you definitely know that it's a gel. And the active ingredients in it are sulfur and chrysorubinum. And then in brackets it says extract from Goa powder, a substance deposited in the wood of Andira araroba. And all of the rest of the ingredients, of which there are quite a few, are non-medicinal. I've noticed it's got lactose in it, urea, a whole pile of other things like that, but they are considered to be non-medicinal. So that must be kind of what makes it into a gel, and not necessarily what will help your skin. Anyway, so I did use this. I used it for, I think, 3 weeks minus 1 day. And I finally gave up on it, unfortunately. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers who have used this, and who have used it with a lot of luck. They've used it with, gentle cleansers, and they put this on, and they seem to be doing well with it. I used it on this side of my face only, just so that I could compare the two sides, and the longer I used this, the more flared up my face got on this side. And then this side started flaring up too, and I think that could be because I used it mostly at night, and I think it could be because I was lying on my pillowcase, so it would sort of transfer from one side of my face to the other through my pillowcase, which I changed every single day, but still during the night it would swap from one side to the other. So as I said, I have heard of a lot of people having luck with this. I just didn't happen to be one of them. I have tried a lot of products where my skin has reacted very badly to them at the beginning, and then has changed its mind and it stops the original freak out, the original flare up, and then it gradually starts to get better and better. But in this case, that was not it at all. It started off, the first day I thought maybe this side of my face looked a little bit better than this one, and then gradually over time it just got worse and worse and worse and worse, until it actually reached the point that I don't know if my skin has ever been that bad before. I'll put up a picture on the screen to show you, because I did finally take a picture of it so that I could share it on Facebook and Twitter, because that's where I do a lot of my sharing. So if you do actually want to join me there, feel free to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I do a lot of posts there. But yeah, so I'll put up the picture that I took of my cheek and of how completely inflamed it was, and it was just covered in the papules and pustules, both of them. It was completely inflamed and puffed out. It was very uncomfortable. I'll show you what the stuff looks like, because I have a ton of it now that I don't plan to use. So it is a clear gel, just like that. And despite the fact that on the package It says it doesn't have an offensive odor, and when you first put it on your skin, it doesn't seem to smell like anything, and it rubs in very nicely, actually. So you go like this, and you rub it in, and then you give it a couple of minutes, maybe up to 5 minutes to dry. And there's not much, it doesn't smell great, but it doesn't smell like much. Over time, you start smelling like a rotten egg. The sulfur definitely comes alive. And if you sweat, or if you the oils start being produced by your skin, you get really stinky. I visited my mother a few times, and I had her smell, and she said she could only smell it if she got really close, but the thing is, it's on your own skin, so you're smelling it all the time. The entire time I was using this, I could smell it, and that was why I started using it mostly just overnight, because I could not stand smelling like a rotten egg all day long. Just as a check back in on this, it's completely dry now, so it's only been like maybe 30 seconds, so yeah. No, it sinks in really quickly. Yeah, so it stinks to high heaven. It still stinks if you put makeup or even a moisturizer on over top. It stinks right on through. So it is very good for, if you put a moisturizer on top, it still absorbs normally. If you put makeup on top, it lies normally on top. It's just perfectly normal. It just sinks right into the skin, and it's like it's gone, except that it smells horrible. Yeah, but unfortunately, my skin did not like it. My skin did not react well to it. I'm glad that I tried it, because it is something that I have wanted to try for so long now, and I've been really, really, really curious about it, but I'm so disappointed that it did that. I was almost hoping that it would do nothing over actually causing it to be worse. That said, when I stopped using it, 2 days later, I was nearly back to normal. It's been 3 days now, so I've still got a little bit of redness on my face, more than what it would normally have, and I figure by, tomorrow or the next day, it'll actually be kind of back to the way that it actually was. And that's just from returning to regular, very gentle, very high quality skincare, and I've started returning to light therapy. I've started a new experiment about that. I'm not going to tell you about it yet, but I'm going to soon, because I'm really, really, really excited about it. But yeah, so I've started testing that out, and at least so far it's bringing my skin back to normal, where it normally is, so let's see if it can actually improve it, because I do have permanent redness, and I would love for that to go away. Yep, so that was my impression of using Prosacea for about 3 weeks, minus 1 day. I used it religiously. It says you can use it 1 to 3 times a day. I used it 1 to 2 times because I just couldn't take the smell of the rotten eggs anymore, and I did not have dry skin from it, but I did have horribly inflamed skin, which is very unfortunate. But have you tried Prosacea before? Have any of you tried it out? I hope you'll actually comment in the description below and tell me about whether or not it worked for you, because I'm very, very curious, because I've seen some very positive reviews and I've seen some very neutral reviews. I'm the first person I've seen who has actually had a relatively negative experience with it, but then, like, you just never know with rosacea how it's going to act. Yeah, so I hope you'll share that story with me. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, I make new videos every Sunday and Thursday. Other than that, I will see you next time.